Professor Sethi joins me now. Professor, thank you so much for being here. Why might predictive markets do better than polls?
Well, polls and poll-based statistical models are based on the idea that history is a good guide to the future. So they take in data that has been useful for forecasting in the past, and they run it through a model and generate forecasts at high frequency. This is what Nate Silver does on Silver Bulletin, the 538 model, the Economist model, and so on. But sometimes history is not a good guide to the future, and you need to take into account unusual things or unprecedented events. And traders can do that, and if they trade on their beliefs, the market price can reflect that. So there are occasions on which markets perform better than statistical models, especially when history is not a good guide to the future. When a major party candidate drops out, a presumed nominee drops out, or when there's an assassination attempt on a leading party candidate, for example.
I referenced the academic work at Vanderbilt where they compared Polymarket to the pollsters in 2024. And then you took it to a different level where you also looked at 2024, but you looked at the presidential race versus House and Senate elections. What was the bottom line?
The bottom line was that in the headline market, who's going to win the presidential election, the market beat all three main models. But as you went down ballot, that performance degraded, and the models actually did better. And part of this is because financial markets sometimes overreact to information. And so you get a lot of volatility, whereas the models are less volatile. And so where you had less activity on the markets, less liquidity, you ended up with the models actually beating the markets.
Professor Sethi, I referenced the Maduro trade. You've written about that on your Substack. It brings to mind the question of insider trading. Can you give me the brief synopsis of the law as it exists relative to insider trading in this context?
Well, in this context, the law is ambiguous, at least with regard to Polymarket. Kalshi is a regulated exchange, so they have much stricter regulations with regard to participation, and they exclude a whole bunch of insiders from trading. And they prohibit certain kinds of activities like spoofing and insider trading. Polymarket, the legal status is ambiguous. You can't trade on classified information, but other forms of insider trading may or may not be legal.
Do you see a day in the not too distant future where the predictive markets, the wagering markets, put the pollsters out of business?
No, I don't. But I do see a day in the future where the general public ignores the pollsters and focuses on the markets, but traders are very attentive to what the pollsters are doing. So the pollsters will be providing information, valuable information, because the traders rely on it even now. But they may do so privately. They may do so, at some expense.
In other words, one of the data points that those who are making the wagers rely on, even if they don't accept it, it's a factor in their thinking, are the pollsters. The wagerers need the pollsters, is what I hear you saying.
Absolutely. In fact, that's the most important data input, although they take into account all kinds of other things like candidate quality, maybe scandals, maybe lawsuits, and so on. But the polling is really at the heart of the forecasting process.
Well, one last thought. It's not as if people, I think that the way these markets get used, help me educate the uninitiated. And I'll take the Super Bowl as an example, because I'm noting that both Seattle and LA have the same odds at Polymarket that they do at Kalshi. It's not as if people are making a wager and then waiting until the outcome of the game. It's all about arbitrage, right? Like you're making a wager on today's odds and saying, by tomorrow, I might be a seller.
That's exactly right. Not even by tomorrow. It could be 10 minutes later or 10 seconds later,
Right.
Actually. It's just like the stock market. Very liquid.
Professor Sethi, thank you so much for your expertise. We really appreciate it.